So before that was the 3 Eevee brothers.
Oh gosh. We've already done a recap on it. Okay.
But it's been so long.
It's been so long. So long. Okay, I'll see what I can remember. It's been a while, guys. Eevee brothers. There's a 4th Eevee brother who's a little guy. He's just a little kid. He's just a little guy. He's not as big as the other ones.
He's just a little
And he just abandons his Eevee with food and water tied to a tree. You know, who knows what kind of wild Pokemon there could be there to eat it. I mean, it's a tied up Pokemon, little tiny thing.
You think an Eevee would make a good meal?
I mean, I guess there's no Ursaring yet, so there's no like grizzly bears roaming the woods, but I'm sure there's something that would have eaten it.
I have this theory that the more innocent an animal looks, the better tasting it is.
Oh yeah? I don't know, some animals are very innocent looking and are furious. Like, polar bears are beautiful and just, they look so cute, like you can snuggle up with them.
Imagine conquering a polar bear and how good that would taste.
I don't know, it'd probably be pretty. I don't know what a bear would taste like.
Just gamey.
You know, gamey, yeah. What about otters? Otters are so cute and they look defenseless and adorable. But
I bet they taste great.
Those are furious too. They'll mess you up.
But it's worth it though.
And it's worth the taste.
For that sweet nectar.
Do you just eat it raw or boil it?
They're the ones that hug, right? Like in Finding Dory.
Yeah. You just boil it up and just a boiled otter fur and all.
Yeah, they have to be hugging when you boil them though.
Oh, okay. That's not hard to do. Okay.
This is the most like Spaniard I've ever seen you look.
Bro, the World Cup is on the 20th.
Look, you have the goatee, the hair. You have the complete
jersey.
look. The jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, the World Cup's coming up, and honestly, I just have hair and facial hair because I haven't been taking care of myself.
Looks good. You look like a bastard boy.
Thank you. I love you too, man. Anyways, the older Eevee brothers, not the little one, the medium-sized ones. I guess they're pretty tall for their age. I don't know how old they are, I guess. But they have a stone party. It's not what you think, guys. It's not what you think. It's a party where they all do drugs. Not them, but the Pokemon. And they have a bunch of stones, and all the people come with the Pokemon that need stones to evolve. And they're trying to convince Brock to evolve his Vulpix. And Ash to evolve his Pikachu, and they don't want to. And then Team Rocket comes and steals everything except Psyduck. And little Horsey spits up a trail. I'm surprised I remember all this. Spits up a trail all the way back to
regurgitates.
Where Team Rocket is, so then the rest of the crew can find him. And at first, it's kind of, what you'd expect. The 3 Eevee brothers go and try to face Team Rocket so that they can get their brother's Eevee back with their Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. But they actually they beat Arbok and Weezing, but Arbok and Weezing actually come for round 2 and beat them. Just, all Mike Tyson style, they don't care. And, and then, so it goes down to Pikachu electrocuting Team Rocket, and then Eevee does a takedown that somehow hits 3 humans and 2 Pokemon. I mean, I think Eevee's pretty small, but I guess how his takedown was so powerful that just that whole surrounding area where his head was.
There was like a sonic boom behind him.
A sonic boom, yeah. Of Mach 2 speed, right?
Yeah.
This is anime, but sometimes it really these Pokemon really impress me. What they can do. Although, Who would you say? What attack and what Pokemon would you say has impressed you the most so far?
Diglett going to speed of light.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Vulpix close second, I guess.
Literally, like the conundrum with that is like, you can't have mass while going to speed of light.
Well, obviously Diglett doesn't care.
Diglett does not care about physics, relativity,
No.
time, or space. Diglett.
He's like, F. Neil deGrasse.
Yeah. F. Einstein, Stephen Hawking. Like,
and then the Vulpix fire tornado is
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
close second.
he's a biblical tornado.
That was pretty great. I don't know how anyone could beat that Vulpix if he regurgitates that thing.
I know.
I guess today's episode is Wake Up Snorlax. What are your feelings about Snorlax, Brian?
I love Snorlax.
Do you?
Mhm.
I feel... Go ahead.
I feel like, is he like a bear? Like bears like
Sure.
hibernate? Like, was that is that what their like intention was? You think? But he's also got some like humanoid characteristics to him.
I don't think he's a bear.
Huh?
I honestly think he's like a pillow Pokemon.
The fuck is a pillow Pokemon?
Just a big pillow, like a mattress or a beanbag. Maybe he's a beanbag Pokemon.
I want to get a Snorlax onesie.
Oh, Janine has one, my sister.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I appreciate Snorlax in the games because he's so useful, and he's what I like in Pokemon, just very defensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like him in the Pokemon trading card games because he does the same thing for your team.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I think you have some decks where you just throw him out there so he can take damage.
Mm-hmm.
However, I mean, we're not doing Snorlax today on Nothing's Ever Good Enough, but as a designer,
You're gonna love our
Right.
Nothing's Ever Good Enough Pokemon Day.
oh, I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is, but I do have to tell you we skipped someone.
We did?
Yeah, we
Ooh.
did. Let me look at it. I have it here, but I know we skipped someone, and I was blown away that that happened. Let's see, who was it? Okay, we skipped. Did we do Vulpix? We didn't do Vulpix, right? We didn't do Vulpix or Jigglypuff. We went from Clefairy to Zubat. We mixed Vulpix and Wigglytuff. Or Vulpix and Jigglypuff.
Yeah, you know, I don't really remember doing them either.
Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe we could do Vulpix today.
Yeah, for sure.
Today would have been
Mhm.
Venonat, huh?
No, it was gonna be Diglett.
Venonat is before Diglett.
Huh, maybe... You know what, look at this thing. I wonder if we have... If this thing has, like, the wrong order number.
What is it? Yeah, there's Vulpix and Jigglypuff. And then with Zubat, we did Zubat.
Oddish, Parasect, Venonat, and then... Diglett.
Oh, okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. What happened? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Where was I?
Where was I? What did you... Where did you put me? It's like one of those, what did the Vsauce say, where you... What, he said something that was... What was it? It was a creepy one. Where he says that you go into your house and everything's the same, but it's not yours.
No,
Something
you
like
go
that?
into your house and everything's been switched with an exact identical replica of itself.
Yeah. Oh gosh, so creepy. Do you think you'd notice right away?
No, I don't think I'd ever notice.
I mean, I guess exact replicas would also be like scratches and dents and all that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Full fix today. You know what my Vulpix story is? Maybe I'll save it for the things that we're good enough. I'll save my Vulpix story for the things that we're good enough.
Alright, well, we did the recap. Let me give the YouTube. Do you think we have to give the YouTube spill every time?
Nah, maybe like a short version, just like those of you guys watching on YouTube, you're gonna miss the middle. Or I don't know, the TV show. You can just say that. Like,
You're gonna miss
watching...
the entire title of this disc of this stream. Everything you come here to watch, you've missed. We have cut it out.
Those of you watching on YouTube, the link for the show is on the description, where you'll only be able to see. I don't know. I think you do it really well. It is kind of a big mouthful.
Thanks for clicking on our clickbait. You will not be watching the episode with us because it is in fact copyrighted.
Just watch it on Twitch, yo.
Yeah. Who knows what
or
days
you can watch it on YouTube. It's fine. Watch it on your own time.
We don't stream any consistent day or time, so you'll just have to you'll have to read our mind.
Right.
But if you can do that, this is the best place to watch it.
Good points. Good points. You know, okay. Here's the thing. You can watch. You don't even need to watch the episode. Just watch our recap. It's so much better than watching the episode.
It is.
It really is. You know, the show is overrated. We watch it because it's overrated.
It's our job to watch it, okay?
It's
You think we want to do this? We're doing it for you.
This is work. This is like starting Naruto. Just work.
Just work.
Oh my gosh.
For what?
I don't think I can ever start Naruto. I just can't with how much there is to watch.
It's kind of rough in the beginning, man.
Yeah. Too much work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. I did finish season 1 of Attack on Titan. I watched it all in one day.
Impressive.
It's pretty good. Anyways. Pokemon, Wake Up Snorlax. YouTube, you can watch the show on the link. You can see our everything. You can watch all of us after on here on YouTube.
If you know what I mean. All of us.
All of us.
Only on YouTube. All right. YouTube after hours.
YouTube after hours. Oh god. Do you remember when we used to strip cheese in our burger joint?
Oh yeah. Just a bunch of minors strip teasing our adult co-workers.
And customers.
And customers. Good times. You're like, you want this sweet piece of ass? You're gonna have to wait a couple years.
And Roddy's like, have I ever told you about my elephantitis?
Mm-hmm. Just like, chicken shit, get back to work.
Oh, dude. You know what pretty interesting... What? Oh. You're leaving me? Oh, okay. You're getting your goods. You're getting your energy. You're getting your pick-me-up. Your don't stop, gimme. Yeah, getting that energy. Getting that don't stop, gimme. get in the car and don't touch nothing. Just sit in the car. Let's discuss something. It's a great line. Great line. I forgot I was going to this. Oh, I learned an interesting fact today.
Yep.
Supposedly, there are like probably 10, like, no, I think wild pigs in the U.S. right now. There's like 9 million.
Yeah.
I listened to this on this Joe Rogan clip. There are 9 million pigs in the U.S. 9 million.
Mm-hmm.
Just wild ones, not even the farmed ones. Christopher Columbus brought 6.
They're a problem. Like,
he brought 6 pigs, Christopher Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
6.
But when they say wild pigs, they mean like full on like boars and stuff, dude. Like almost 1,000 pounds, and they are aggressive as hell.
I know.
When I lived in Temple, they said the best way. This came from a police officer himself talking to the class in my criminal justice class. He said the best way to dispose of a body is just to dump it in a bunch of wild pigs. He said they'll they'll even devour the bones.
Yeah, dude, pigs will eat anything. Anything. Mm-hmm. I think like years and years ago, like farmers found out that if they had their pigs under the outhouse, they will literally just eat their crap. Their human feces. Yeah, pigs are, and they're durable, man. Like, they can get sick, and they can be in the freezing cold, and they can be in the blistering heat, and they'll just survive.
They got that fur coat.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Tons
like,
of
even
blubber.
in Arizona, man, like, when I was living in Arizona, people that tried to keep chickens would die just from the heat. They'll just burn alive.
Oh, yeah.
When you get to, like, 120, 122 degrees, like, those chickens would just die.
Mm-hmm.
Pigs won't. Pigs won't.
Are you waking? Yep. Full of bacon? Yep.
You can be a big too. Oi! Anyways, speaking of big pigs,
Yes.
maybe that's what Snorlax is. He's just missing the nose. Actually, he doesn't have anything that a pig does, I guess.
I mean, those look like paws.
Yeah. I guess if you had to compare him to any like living animal, a bear would be a good bet for sure, like you said. Very weird bear.
Imagine if that was like a boy Snorlax, and he had just like this big dong, just like where Team Rocket's standing in the.
They're all just looking at it right now. Have you ever seen anything like that? Misty's like, I want to touch it. Oh man. You know what else it could be? Although it doesn't, I guess it's too big for trees, but
Yikes.
it could just be a really fat sloth. Really fat sloth. I don't know. Yeah, that picture, that's a Brazzers pic. That's a Brazzer picture right there.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways, should we start it, or we just gonna keep looking at it?
It's so mesmerizing.
It's so mesmerizing. Oh, I'm excited for the next episode.
Oh
I
yeah.
like the buzz one. Yeah, I remember that one. Anyways, let's get our Pokemon. We got our do.
Where's Lethal Squirts? That's what.
Oh, did I invite him? Let me see. I think I invited him. I'm not sure though. Lethal Sports, I did. Yeah, I invited him. 24 minutes ago.
Bet. All right.
Anybody here with us?
Let's go.
Oh, I put in Pokeflute Hippie on Google, and it just shows me a bunch of pipes that look like Pokeflutes.
That's awesome.
Anyways.
If I used a pipe, I would totally get one like that.
Yeah. Okay. YouTube guys, we're back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess we can always just pretend we're talking to the YouTube people, because because Twitch usually, doesn't stay on very long.
Hello, YouTube. How are you?
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, how you doing? Bringing you the nighttime Pokemon.
How'd you feel about this episode?
It was fine. It was fine. It was fine. It wasn't very great, and it wasn't very terrible.
So like right down the middle.
I mean, I'll have to think about it while we're doing our breakdown, but might be, yeah. You?
For what it was, yeah. I mean, it was definitely, I feel like, a comic relief episode.
We have so many of that. So many of those.
Yeah. I mean, this did nothing for the plot or character development or anything. And I think it was just supposed to be funny, and I did laugh a couple times.
Yeah, I did too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, shall we recrap all over everyone's mouth? I mean,
Let's recrap all over
on the channel.
Let's recrap all over this channel.
It's your turn. I think you do the ending recap. I do the beginning recap.
Sorry, just getting a sip of my drink before I talk. Alright, so this episode starts off the heroes wandering past a hippie who plays them a song and demands payment in the form of food. The heroes say they have no food, and so they carry on to the town. The town's empty, except for a French bread seller, not a baker. I assume he just sells the bread. He doesn't bake it. Although he does make reference to the ingredients, but maybe he just sells the ingredients too. I don't know.
Which is kind of interesting. I bet they were very disappointed when they brought someone in from France and they didn't know how to bake.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, I just sell the bread.
Yeah, I just sell the bread. I mean, it's like getting an Italian guy to sell like pasta,
Yeah. Raw pasta.
He may not know how to make it, but he's like, spaghetti-o, Chef Boyardee.
Pork.
Pork. Here we go. Is that racist? Are the Muppets racist? Should we?
I don't know, but I don't know, but there's a few things. There are very few things that make me laugh harder than the Swedish Chef.
Yeah. Pork. If only my mom was still on, she loves that Swedish Chef. That's her favorite.
Oh my gosh, I do too. I love him so much. There's a video online where he's making popcorn to the popcorn techno song, and he grabs the popcorn bags and he's like, "The first thing you put a popper to corn." He opens up the microwave and he goes, "Oh, the popper to corn," and he throws all the bags inside the microwave, and then just pushes like 20 buttons and pushes start.
Oh no.
Put all the popper to corn. Oh, he's so good. Anyways, Swedish Chef. Yeah, is he racist? I think Swedish people love him.
Yeah.
Wouldn't.
He is loved by the Swedish people. He is accepted as one of their own. He is.
Yeah, right. I think they're gonna put him on the flag.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
He's on the dollar bill.
Right, the dollar bill. Oh my gosh, I would love a Swedish. I don't know what kind of money they have in Sweden. I guess they use euros too, just like Spain.
Mm-hmm.
I would love a euro with the Swedish chef face on it. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Oh, then is he your favorite Muppet too, or do you have a different one?
Probably.
Yeah.
Gonzo's pretty up there, but I mean, he needs his friend with him. Really, he's not very funny by himself.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Beaker's pretty funny.
Beep, beep. I feel like Gonzo and I have like the same humor.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Like
I had to need to watch more Gonzo.
If I had to relate to a Muppet, it's definitely Gonzo.
If I had to relate to a Muppet. Oh wow. Relate to a Muppet. That's something to think about.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're at the bread shop when they learn that the whole town is in famine. This bread guy, thinking about it, he has to be a salesman because there's no other reason someone would stand in an open shop that it doesn't sell anything unless you're there getting paid hourly.
Oh, touche.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They get approached by the only other dude in that whole town. There's 2 dudes in this town, which is probably why there are no children or women around. They can't reproduce, and they will die soon. You know what? And that guy had a lot of bread. I bet he's the baker, and the other guy is the salesman, and that's what the town is comprised of.
A baker and a salesman.
Yeah, who sells bread.
Wow, that's a pretty pitiful town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a reason it's not in the game. Why we can't find this on any map.
There's a reason they put bushes that you can't get through fast in the game. So you don't have to run into this.
Or maybe like the famine's been going on for a while, and like everyone else has died off but them, and like they're the last ones.
Bro, I would love a Pokemon game that is based only on the anime.
Right, just solely.
The whole map of the anime. The map, the way the whole, what is it? Physics, I guess. Everything.
It would just like constantly crash every time they had to like compute fighting a Diglett. We can't get past Diglett Cave.
They're everywhere.
Black holes start.
It's just one Diglett messing with you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what it usually is. It usually is just one Diglett messing with you. And I don't like being messed with like that.
What if like Digletts are just like finger puppets of like some giant, bigger, buff Diglett?
he's just poking his finger up and down the holes in the ground.
It's like whack-a-mole. It's just
at the speed of light.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why would he do that? Why? I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Why? If that's the case, the new Pokemon game coming out is even creepier. With those big, long, white Diglets.
Yeah. Those are Redmond's fingers. And then the stumpy brown ones can be mine, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't think there were any Diglets in this episode.
No. But I mean,
there were fingers.
at the speed
I don't know. I don't think Snorlax has fingers. I think he just has claws.
At the speed of light, bro, they're literally everywhere at once. You know, to us.
Yeah.
Did you know that traveling at the speed of light, like time doesn't move? Like, say, like when a star explodes, that photon is the same age when it hits our eyes that it is when the star exploded.
Wow.
Like for it, like no time passed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. It's super fast.
Yeah, they say it's a problem. Like if we ever like develop the technology to travel like light speed, the problem would be like if we ever saw an object in our way, we already hit it.
Oh, of course. There's no way you could control it. You'd have to have a computer control it somehow. I don't know how you avoid things. I guess you'd have to go speed of light, up, down, left, right, and back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe you can find a way to make the ship have some kind of ozone layer to burn up everything in its way.
Ozone layer?
Like a portable ozone layer. I don't know. You know, like I was watching something on Neil deGrasse the other day. He was saying that the ozone layer loves ultraviolet light, so it takes it all from the sun and just burns it up.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason we need to wear sunblock and take care of our skin in the sun is because like 1% of the ultraviolet makes it to Earth. The rest of it just gets burned up.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy, because if you lived in any other planet, you wouldn't get 1%. You'd get way more, even if it's further away from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Yeah, it's true. And that's a problem with those greenhouse gases. They make the ozone thinner, and more ultraviolets go through.
What does?
Greenhouse gases.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Like the stuff like the cars emit, you know, and car factory and like coal factories and stuff.
And like really toxic farts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially those. Where are they? Oh yeah, they're at the rich guy's house. The guy has like a plethora of food that he just like laid out like a buffet in time of famine.
Bro, calm down. A plethora of food. He had like 30 bread rolls.
Just bread and bread and bread and bread. Giving more credibility to this baker bread seller theory.
True. And can I just say that I would have not complained. I could just eat bread for dinner. I would love that. I would love that. Bread is the best.
Bread is pretty good.
Bread is the best. Anyways.
And with that much bread cooked, I bet that bread was pretty good.
Yeah. Speaking of bread, I went to J-Dog's today.
Oh.
Hope you're jealous.
I'm gonna need you to mail me one. Just like
if you guys ever go to Utah, J-Dog's, best hot dog.
So good.
Anyways, so this rich guy, he's got to be up to something, right? He's got to be the reason that this town is falling apart. We're led to believe it's Snorlax, but I don't know. It's like you said, he didn't even want to check out what's going on.
There's definitely a conspiracy theory going on, because I mean, even the Pokeflu guy was like, "Oh, I'm late to check on my Snorlax," meaning he's been distracted with something.
Yeah. Also, when he said that plants were dying off, I couldn't help but think that those plants look like the bottom part of bell sprouts.
Right. Baby bell sprouts.
Do you plant bell sprouts? Is that how they work, or do they actually like have sex and reproduce? And if so, how?
Maybe
Is
it's
it
like
evolved their mouth?
the victory bell, how it has like that long little like stem, and maybe like a weeping bell has that big mouth.
Yeah, so it does involve the mouth, probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I mean, like, it doesn't need to travel very far to make it to the internal organs from the mouth.
You know how like the vagina has like 2 holes? I feel like weeping bell has like a second hole inside its mouth.
That is giving me some thoughts. Okay, so let's go. Let's move past this rich guy. What happens after that, man?
He brings everyone to the farm because we can't take his word for it. He needs to show us that the crops aren't growing. Brock asks, has anyone checked upstream? And he's like,
Why?
what's upstream? Does water flow downstream? Does not compute.
We don't go that way.
He's like, look. He's like, I bake bread. I don't herd water. Okay.
I don't herd water. And Ash and the crew is like, we're gonna go.
Think I'm some sort of water shepherd?
I don't know what's just around the river bend.
Yeah. Well.
Some water herder. Stupid. Oh gosh.
So.
Okay. This recrap bad.
And so our heroes find the thorns, right? And instead of going around the thorns, they thought it'd be easier to commando crawl through them. Okay, because keep in mind, yeah, they that have actually flown them places in the past. You know,
or just burn those weeds. My initial thought is just throw Charmander and you're done.
Yeah,
You're free.
Mm-hmm.
Just get rid of all that.
Or
if it starts a forest fire, then oh well.
While they're doing that, Misty could have used her water Pokemon to water the farm.
True. Yeah, that's true. It must be like backwash water. People probably don't want to drink that stuff.
Right? They're all just like, spit in my mouth, Squirtle. I'm so thirsty. It's been so long.
Oh, so much saliva, but it's so worth it.
It's so thick. It's so good.
Oh man, just get a little filtration device and put Squirtle's mouth in there.
Yeah.
That would solve all problems, man. If I had a water Pokemon, that's what I'd do. Pay for plumbing, just have a water Pokemon and a filtration device.
Squirtle, the toilet's clogged again. I need you.
Is Squirtle plunger now too? Just put his face in it.
Yeah.
Shoot it out.
Squirtle, shoot whirlpool. Make it go down.
You hear that, guys? Every time you flush your toilet, it is a whirlpool.
Yeah. There's a little Squirtle in the back of it.
It might even be more worthwhile to just like shrink a Gyarados.
Shrink a Gyarados.
They have some pretty hardcore whirlpools. Anyways.
Yeah. So,
sorry.
No. So they get to the Snorlax. They find out the Snorlax to begin with. And they try everything from setting off an alarm clock to splashing with water to kissing it with various Pokemon.
That was a pretty funny scene.
One Pokemon was forced to kiss the sleeping Snorlax without its consent. Keep in mind, this Snorlax had no consent over being kissed. This is essentially date rape that we are witnessing.
I mean, especially because Psyduck liked it.
Yeah, so did James and Jesse. Yeah.
Yeah. Psyduck. That's what he said. Was it Ash that said that? Yeah.
And it was Jesse.
It's James, right?
James,
James, yeah. He's like, was he making me out kiss Snorlax? He's like, yeah. Yeah. Open your mouth.
Get your whiskers way in there.
Yeah. James is a freak.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why we love him. He wants us to call him Daddy.
And from there, this hippie decided the best place to stick a do not disturb / emergency wake up tag would be on the back of Snorlax.
In his crack.
You know what? I bet this can also lend to the theory. I bet that Baker actually knew about the Snorlax and hid the do not disturb in the one place no one would ever think to look, underneath the Snorlax.
I don't know if that's the last place anyone would look.
And as long as there's no water, he controls all the food in the town, making him
the Grand Mastermind.
The Grand Mastermind.
He's so villainous. Mm-hmm. I should have known with the mustache.
That obviously fake accent. So clear from the beginning.
Did I not see that? Did I not see this? Oh man.
His mustache was a little reminiscent of Hitler too. Just gonna point that out. His nostril mustache.
He doesn't want his town to thrive. He wants to cause as much chaos as possible. With his French henchmen.
Yeah.
French hench.
Right, he's like the front guy. He's the one that lets them know, hey, we got a couple more suckers here. You know? Which is probably why he's not selling bread. Mm-hmm. Chocolat bleu. Omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage. You ever seen Dexter?
The killer? Dexter
No, Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh, yeah.
Omelette du fromage.
I don't remember.
Oh my gosh.
That's so long ago.
So, like, get the plot of this episode. Like, he wants to teach himself French, so he bought this giant contraption that plays French for him while he sleeps.
Oh, okay.
Well, one of the first things it says was like omelette du fromage, which is just cheese omelet. Mm-hmm. But something happens and it gets stuck on just that. So the entire night, all he's hearing is omelette du fromage. And so he wakes up, and that's all he can say. And he goes to school, and all the women are just like all over him. He's like, omelette du fromage. And they're all like, oh.
He just he just says it in like different tones.
Yeah. When he's angry, he's like, omelette du fromage.
We're just confused. Omelette du fromage?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Going carrying on though.
Yeah, let's go.
They realize in the Poke Flute, they all remember the hippie. They race back to the hippie. They have one of the wackest battles ever, where Arbok comes out and just gets gusted by a Pidgeotto, and a tornado so big it reaches from the sky to the ground and engulfs huge chunks of land, carrying them away with this gust. One of the weakest flying moves.
Right. I did not see that. I totally missed that.
Yes.
That must have taken like 2 seconds to do, because I totally missed that.
Yes, it was.
I must have looked down or something. I do not remember this at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking, we're seeing like Central USA giant tornado just carry off Team Rocket and no one else. Like Ash and his crew are literal just natural disasters wherever they go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, they go back. They
I
get
can't believe I missed that.
they get Snorlax to wake up. Snorlax eats at about the same rate as my 3-year-old, and somehow clears this giant mess of vines in no time. Where Snorlax goes right back to sleep, and the guy's off to wake up another one, and our heroes are left not knowing where to go next, I assume.
Are they lost again?
I think so.
Well, shame on them. All right. Well, that was the recap.
And this mastermind doesn't
Insights.
get caught.
No.
he lives to terrorize another day.
Have you ever wanted to watch like a mystery movie or mystery show where you never find out who the bad guy is?
Yeah.
Here you go. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
They just never find out. In fact, they think that Snorlax is the bad guy. They think the thorns are the bad guy.
You think like if this was like real life, like if you own a Snorlax and you cut off the water supply for a town, is that like terrorism, or like is that like some sort of thing you can get charged for? And like
I just think they probably have to put down the Snorlax. But it's not his fault, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's just it. That's just his nature. I'd say just put down all the Snorlaxes anyway.
Yeah.
It's too much of a risk to have them around.
It's us or them. They gotta. It's
for real. Like if they're gonna eat 900 pounds of food every time they wake up, and they're gonna cut off water supplies.
I bet you that's what happened.
And there's more than one.
Yeah. So think about it. Like these people have no food. I bet you they killed and distributed Snorlax meat to last them until the crops grew back.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of an easier species to like commit genocide with than a Snorlax. Like, they're all just sleeping targets.
Right. Yeah, I bet they have thick skin though. You'd have to have like a very sharp blade, I feel like.
Just a fighting
to
type.
cut through the fat.
Well, Machoke can lift a literal mountain. I think he can punch 1,000-pound Snorlax.
Yeah, I'm sure you could get like a Bisharp or some kind of steel type to just cut him up too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, what are your thoughts? I guess about this episode.
I guess like
this episode.
To like elaborate what I was saying earlier, I definitely think this was just a unneeded comic relief episode. Well, actually, that's not true. This was following the Porygon episode, so I guess like some comic relief is needed after that. Kind of what was supposed to be an intense episode.
Well, we were supposed to get the Jinx one after that, right?
Oh, true. Yeah. So those were two pretty intense looking episodes. So I can see why it threw like a little comic relief in there.
I mean, Snorlax is a very marketable Pokemon too, and they made lots of money off Snorlax. So
yeah, it's important.
They have to have an episode where he's just a lazy, sleeping guy.
I mean, if you had develop a Snorlax plot, like, it's probably one of the better ways to go, you know, although probably gonna have done a little better with the town, you know.
I think Snorlax is like I think Snorlax is popular for the same reasons Garfield's popular. He just don't care, and he indulges.
Yeah. And there was honestly no reason for the beginning of the episode. You know, like, I kind of got what they were going for. at first, like, I think it's actually a Bible story, the Good Samaritan,
Yeah, I love that story.
And I think they were going for that too, like the guys came through and they were respectful, and then Team Rocket came through and was angry or like rude, and I think it was supposed to come back to benefit them, but they kind of threw that plot out the window when they just ended up having a Pokemon battle anyway and winning. There was no point in giving this guy any agency if both teams were just going to drag him anyway.
I don't know how that's like the Good Samaritan, but
well, because
yeah,
the Good Samaritan was there, and like the 3 people passed him, right? And like the 2 were rude and 1 was nice. I think.
Well, I mean that's up for discussion. Like, it's one thing to be nice and be I'm
like generalizing it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The fact that we have this stranger here, and we have multiple people pass by him and treat him differently. And
I mean, they all left him there.
Yeah, but like one like apologized and like wished they could have done more, and the other one was like, "How much learn to play better?"
Okay. Wish they could have done more, yeah, but they still didn't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, like they could have, if they to follow through with that, like instead of getting this guy to play,
they could have given him food.
No, well, yeah, I guess they could have done that too, or like they could have been like, the guy's too old, to run back in time to wake up Snorlax. Maybe there's like a time sensitive thing, and Team Rocket wants to be the one to do it, and the guy has to decide who to give his Pokeflute to, and of course goes with a nicer crowd, than the rude guys. But there was really no point in having that guy there at all. Like, they could have.
Other than he was like enjoyable. I liked him as a character.
Yeah, but I mean, like the baker could have had the flute, or the bread salesman, or another person in town, or
not the hippie.
This could have been an item they picked up a couple episodes ago, or.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often.
Mm-hmm.
Where they get something in one episode that's going to help them 2 or 3 episodes down the road.
I definitely find like the waking up Snorlax pretty funny. It was pretty enjoyable. Yeah, it was slightly above average for me.
Okay.
What about you?
I'd say probably a little very slightly below average, I would say. It had its moments. It had the whole noble Pokemon kissing Snorlax to wake him up. It was a good scene. I thought it was pretty funny, and they had the fact that Jessie would bring it up and everyone would just agree with her. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we should totally try that.
Mm-hmm. The sleeping princess, who I identify with.
Right. So that was funny. I like that. I think they did justice to Snorlax. That's who Snorlax is, and they had a whole episode about it, which they should have a whole episode about Snorlax. He's one of their biggest moneymakers.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also got to see him eat. I don't know why the thorns. What's up with that?
At this speed.
Oh
my god.
Yeah,
by the time he eats all these vines, it's going to be winter and the lake's going to frozen over.
He'll already be falling asleep. Oh man, 900 pounds of food.
1,000-pound body.
I 900 pounds, 1,000 pound buddy. He's pooping while he's eating.
Yeah, it's
That's
just,
the only way to. That's the
it's
only
just-
way to do it.
Literally, it's just
That's the only way to do it.
a continuous just snake. Of,
I really like the extra. I thought he was fun. I like. He. Have you ever seen or have you ever read those books? Those Pete the Cat books?
no.
No. He's different. It's a kid's book, but Pete the Cat always uses words like cool and snazzy and righteous and like and every time I read the books, I always imagine him being like, oh yeah, this is my friend and I'm gonna go play with him today. Now we're gonna have a snazzy time. And then I watched the show and and Pete the Cat sounds like a little kid, and it just was very disappointing. This guy though, this guy was. I bet this guy likes jazz.
Yeah.
No, no, I really liked him. He definitely was kind of a hippie. But he was kind. He was nice. He was all about playing his music and hoping. He wasn't really demanding for food or money. He was just hoping for it. Team Rocket was there. They were definitely there, and Meowth definitely kissed Snorlax without consent.
Psyduck too.
And and we got a few images of the crew just checking Snorlax out from top to bottom.
Yeah, and I quote.
This episode doesn't.
Yeah, and I quote, "Whoa, buddy, you got girthy."
You got girthy. What was he talking about? We'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was an episode where there wasn't much going on. I feel like there's more walking than anything. Walking to the town, walking from the bread store to the mayor's house, walking from the mayor's house to the garden, walking from the garden to the lake, walking from the lake to the Snorlax, then walking from the Snorlax back down to the lake, back through the town, back to the guy who was playing the flute, then back through the town again. It was just. I feel like if we watched this whole episode without if we saw this in real time, this is a long day.
Yeah, and I mean,
Very long day.
I feel like they also kind of when they do a self-contained setting like that, these episodes really do best with a character development show than a comedy or both. Kind of like what's a good example?
Oh, that's very interesting.
Like in Kanto, it's very self-contained to the house and the village, and so without the distraction of the changing settings or the changing world around them, it gives more focus to other things like the plot and the character. And I feel like that's where this one kind of falls a little short, because we don't have an interesting setting. We have an okay plot, and there's no character development.
Yeah. That's very insightful. I never thought about that before. That those, what did you call them? Self-contained?
Mm-hmm.
The self-contained episodes are really, really, really great opportunities for character development, or maybe in-depth scenes, like maybe an in-depth battle or in-depth character development, like you said. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I don't know, not much to say. I guess I like the character. I like the extra. There were some funny moments, but all in all, and Snorlax was great. But all in all, is an okay episode. I can't even think of a better adjective than okay.
It's aight.
It's aight. There was no roaches or nothing.
Nothing, man. So what's our encounter list?
Okay, Snorlax, but were those Bellsprouts? Were those dead Bellsprouts? I'm just gonna say Snorlax.
Or maybe Oddishes, right? Or...
Maybe Oddishes. Yeah. Either way, if it was a Bellsprout.
If you had to
Oddish,
eat a
or
Bellsprout or an Oddish, which one do you
Oddish.
think? Yeah?
100% Oddish, yeah. I mean, that is if he hasn't evolved.
I don't know. I think I'd rather eat Bellsprout.
It's a flatworm.
No, I feel like he's like 50% roots. And I like a lot of roots. Potatoes, carrots.
Oddish kind of reminds me of a radish.
Yeah.
I love radish.
Really? I don't know why I'm making that face. I haven't tried a radish. I'm just... I was like, ew. Oh, wait, you know what? No, I'm thinking of a beet. Okay, I haven't tried a beet.
Oh, yeah. Beets are not
but I don't want to.
But my wife makes a really good garbanzo radish.
Oh, I have to try it.
Even the kids love it. I think it's got like spinach, radish, and sausage. Something like that.
Katie has cooked the only Brussels sprouts I've ever liked.
Dude, Brussels sprouts, if they're cooked well, they're really good. If they're cooked just like without any effort, they're gross.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how she does it, but they're good.
Yeah. You gotta cook them well. I feel like for me, I like them a little charred.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
I've only personally tried cooking them once in my life, and
Have you ever seen that movie Mohana?
No.
Or Mohana, it's Ohana.
Ohana?
It's
Ohana means family?
Yeah, it's a movie. It's a movie in Hawaii. And
Lilo
it's a
and
pretty.
Stitch?
I mean, I think it's a kids movie, but like it's really funny. There's a teenager guy that just does that every time he sees something gross.
Ohana mean family.
Family means nobody gets left behind. Nobody. Yeah, if you're good, I'm ready to move on to ratings here. Are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm rating this 2.5 Bellsprout bottoms up.
Bottoms up?
Yeah, probably more closer to like 2.3 or 2.4. It's a little tiny bit below average for me. And to tell you the truth, I honestly do love and can enjoy a lot of movies or shows or whatever where nothing's happening and we're just focusing on the characters. And this is, like Ryan was saying, this was an opportunity for that, where nothing was really happening.
Mm-hmm.
And we did focus on Snorlax in a good way, but that's pretty much all we got from this episode.
Yeah.
And so I'll give it a 2.5.
I give it a 3. James going, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Good old James.
Yeah. Shall we carry on? Anything else you want?
Would you say James is a guilty pleasure?
Yes. Watching Meowth kiss.
Yes.
Watching Meowth kiss sleeping Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I appreciate this episode. I do. It's fine.
And like, you know what's weird is like Jesse and James are, I'm assuming, adults. You know?
You really?
Like,
you think so?
I assume.
I don't know. I'm gonna look that up.
I mean, I feel like you have to be a certain age to, like, carry firearms or, like, purchase the weaponry they do, or...
Oh, right. Unless they steal everything.
Yeah, that's true, too.
How old are they? How old are Jesse and James? The time can be tricky thing in anime, especially in something like a collective Pokemon series that are 100. The special promotion CD for the anime reveals that Jesse and James are in their 20s as of their second episode in the series, which is a little jarring considering that Ash himself is only 10.
Yep. That was the point I was getting to right now. So, like, I could imagine, like, the mind of a 10-year-old being like, oh, I heard a story one time that you had to kiss it, you know? But we have these grown adults with either fully formed or almost fully formed brains. Almost like, almost grooming these little kids into playing a kissing game with a non-consenting party.
They're like, rub his feet, maybe that'll work.
Yeah.
Try rubbing one finger at a time in an up and down motion.
Spread the margarine on him. I bet he'd hate that.
Oh my. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right. He's like, Misty, do you have a tentacle? No? Dang it. I think that would really work.
Yeah, because notice, like, they get their most childlike member of each group, you know, to go up there and kiss it.
Well, fun times, guys. Fun times. Leave it to us to make a Snorlax episode about non-consensual fetishes.
Predatory behavior.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, I guess nothing was good enough for Snorlax, though.
Nothing ever will be.
Except that flute.
Except Beedrill. Which brings us to
let's move on to our next segment. Nothing's ever good enough.
Ooh.
And today's contestant is the sweet, the adorable, the cuddly, the cute, the plague.
The plague
Thus
itself.
saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord. Vulpix. Vulpix. And his trusty evolution, Ninetales, that does not look very much like him. But I guess we'll get to it, huh? Oh, and we got the Alolan versions as well today. Okay. So, may I start?
Yeah.
Vulpix looks like a starter, does he not?
Yeah, it could be.
He looks like a starter. He looks like a Pokemon with so much potential. He is so cute. He looks like he can grow into some nasty beast, or even just a graceful Pokemon that could be a final evolution for a starter Pokemon. I would have loved Vulpix as a starter Pokemon. He could even taken the place of Litten, you know, as a dog, cat, whatever Pokemon. However, let me tell you a story about Vulpix. My Vulpix story. When I was a kid, I had a Vulpix Pokemon card, and it said that he used Confuse Ray, and that it would confuse the Pokemon into attacking itself. At the time, I didn't realize that meant that he would attack itself, but only 10 damage. I thought that the Pokemon would use its own attack step move against itself. So I was under the impression that Vulpix was better than Charizard. And someone wanted to trade me, I don't remember, I think it was like a Magmar or something way better card. I just wouldn't trade Vulpix for anything because I thought he was the only Pokemon that could defeat Charizard. And after watching the show, maybe he can.
Alright.
Yeah, I love Vulpix. I think he's so well designed. The color schemes are beautiful. I don't know what kind of color the fur is. What would you say that color is on the fur.
Almost like a burnt orange.
And then like the tail and the hair a little more like a dark orange, like red orange maybe. And then I love how the paws get darker. He's got the white underbelly, really cute eyes. The ears match his personality and his body type so well, I feel like. You could have taken off the hair at the top and the tail on the back, and it would have taken off so much off of Vulpix. Will I say it? I think Vulpix is pretty close to a perfect Pokemon, honestly. I don't know how I feel about the curls on the top of his head, but I also don't know what I would do to fix his hairstyle. It is cute. I'd say he's very close to being a perfect Pokemon for me, but I think the only thing that keeps him from it is I'm not in love with his hairstyle. The top part, the top curly part. Yeah. You there, Renan?
Yeah. Oh, I was waiting for you to finish. I don't know if you're still going.
I was not.
Oh, okay. So I am very inclined to agree. I love Vulpix's design.
You always call him Vulpix.
Vulpix. Yeah, there's no L at the end. Even when I spelled it out earlier, I put an L there.
Oh, you did?
Vulpix. I feel like whenever animations and children's shows, whenever they want to do boy and girl kind of designs, they always kind of go for like the dogs being boys and the cats being girls. And I feel like this is a very feminine way to do a canine-esque creature. I mean, I get it's supposed to be a fox. But I love the round corners, you know, how it's not so sharp as you can see like with a Ninetales to be more ferocious, you know. The separate eyes, you know, like it's not a predator. Like you said though, I'm not a big fan of his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done without these little curls right here, you know. And maybe if like someone owned like a fashionable Vulpix like this, they could have done the curls, you know. But I don't think that should be the norm how they're born.
Right.
I love like the little like boots. I love I love Vulpix's design. Its color scheme. It's a little close to Eevee.
I agree, yeah.
To be like completely original, but
I mean, it's better.
I feel like this is what they had in mind when they first designed it, you know, just the symmetry. Man, look at the size of its eyes though compared to the skull. Like this thing should be nocturnal, I think.
Probably, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me.
Right?
He does have one of the cutest eyes in Pokemon. I don't know if any other Pokemon has eyes that cute.
Yeah, I definitely think these are. I feel like Vulpix would be pretty blind, unless it's going like the praying mantis kind of route. You know, like it's needing like this like 360-degree view line of sight. Not really sure like evolutionary why the Vulpix's eyes would be so big. You know, and like the fact that its nose is so small, meaning this creature heavily relies on sight more than smell, or its mouth is small too, more than anything.
So I'm thinking about fox faces. Fox's faces are actually very skinny, right?
Yeah.
So
then
compared
it's
to,
more like this Ninetales.
right. So if you expand a fox face, would the eyes will also expand to that same size, or do you think it'd still be smaller?
No, it'd still be completely smaller. See how how the percentage of spatial area this takes up compared to when it evolves. It actually it narrows, it centers, and it actually develops pupils.
Yeah.
See, this is a
yeah.
This even its mouth has gotten bigger in order to eat. Its nose is still small, but with those ears and these eyes, like, it doesn't really need its sense of smell. This one, its ears are facing away, just like its eyes. This thing's very. I bet this thing is meant to be hunted, not hunter.
No, yeah, I think it's a baby. Honestly, it would be a baby Pokemon, and with being a baby Pokemon, they make the eyes really big because that's just what they do to make people or Pokemon or any kind of creature cute in anime. Make your eyes bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably definitely overthinking it.
You're overthinking something?
Yeah, but the anatomy's great. I mean, like, tails, awesome. Hairdo, weird. It's great overall.
I do love the boots. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
No. Let's move on to Ninetales. I actually would like to hear what you think, because I don't think I've ever been able to decide whether I like it or don't like it.
Yeah, I'll start. I love Ninetales.
Really?
Like, if I'm going just off design, it is top tier for me.
Wow, okay.
Top tier. I am in love with this thing. Is just ferocious, dude. I love that hairstyle. I love those tails. This thing's like a mix between a peacock and like a Dilophosaurus or something, you know?
Dilophosaurus. Nice.
Like, this is intimidating. That is an intimidation factor. You know,
right.
It like quadruples its size with these tails,
true.
You know?
It's true, yeah. You're right about that, yeah.
Those eyes, man, like, this thing is focused. This thing is like zeroed in on its target. That wide stance, you know, like, this thing is this thing is steady. This thing is ready to fight. You know, this is not a getting ready to run stance.
Right.
And just the color, the way the eyes contrast the fur color.
You like the red eye?
Mm-hmm.
Red eyes?
It gives it contrast. I love, like, the mane that they give it. And, like, because at the same time, this thing is ferocious, but it also can give off that motherly vibe. Like,
for sure.
This thing looks nurturing, you know, as well as it is dangerous. What are your thoughts?
I mean, you're talking me into it, for sure. I don't like the red eyes, though.
No?
No. Do you remember, did you watch Looney Tunes growing up, the old ones?
Yeah.
So my favorite Looney Tune was always Wile E. Coyote. I thought he was the funniest Looney Tune ever. Just him chasing the Roadrunner and everything always going wrong for him. I don't know why, I just thought it was so funny. But do you remember there was another coyote in the Looney Tunes that looked just like Wile E. Coyote, except he had a red nose, and he was always after sheep. and there's a dog that would always stop him from eating the sheep.
Oh, I think I always assumed that was Wile E. Coyote also.
It's not. It has a red nose. I don't know what his name is. I have to look it up. But I just remember seeing him and thinking, and maybe it's because I love Wile E so much. I was like, I don't like this red nose at all. and maybe it's because of the clown factor, right? Because you always talk about red noses, minus for clowns. But I feel like I'm kind of getting the same vibe. Ooh. I feel like I'm getting the same vibe with Ninetales. I don't like the red eyes. I feel like if you gave him black eyes, maybe it would look too plain. But I think it would still look better with black eyes than red eyes. Oh, this is a little bit. It's like, what is that? I don't know. Let me see Ninetales real quick. Okay, there we go. I guess the stance also changes my mind a little bit about him. Because I am used to him just being in that sitting stance.
Look at that, that mane, like that hair, like that, faux hawk, the red tips, these things.
And the hair it has on its chest goes up too, which I kind of like that. I actually really like that. Definitely not my favorite fire type in Kanto or any generation, but it's done pretty well.
I just wish it was more useful. I would love to have this on my team.
Yeah. Oh, look, what is it? His eyes here are brown. I like that. I like that more than red. Oh, maybe it could be brown. My brown-eyed girl. You're my... Yeah. Maybe you turn the eyes brown and then, it's good. It's good. It's a good Pokemon. Don't love it, but you have talked me in on some of your points.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd put him on my team, but I also won't hate on him. Or her, or whatever it is. Yeah.
Man, it's epic, dude.
I'd say above average for me for this one, for Ninetales. Alolan, I guess now, yeah? Oh! That's not what it looks like. With a bow tie.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, give me a good picture of him. Go ahead. What am I supposed to say? Oh man, I feel like so much personality has been taken away from this one, right? Man, I want to like it because it's white, and I just love things that are white. Just kidding. It's white, like white people, white Pokemon. Just kidding. I just want to like it because it's white, and there's not that many white Pokemon that I can think of. But you're not an ice type. It is an ice type. You know what? Screw it. I think it's worse than regular Vulpix, and I feel like a lot of things that make regular Vulpix really cool, like its color patterns, its color schemes, and I guess the color schemes, right? I mean, it has everything else going for it. And then I guess it's more fluffy than sharp, in the ear section. A downgrade from Vulpix for sure. This is a Pokemon that I don't hate. It's but I wouldn't use. I really wouldn't use. I don't like it. I don't like it, but it's not bad. That makes sense. Not my cup of tea.
How do you evolve a Alolan Vulpix?
I don't remember. Let me look that up. Yeah, I don't like it very much. Maybe if they put a little more dark blue in the fur section to make it more like a better contrast. But here I just feel like this is a camouflage Pokemon that just lays down in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
No, what do you think? You need an ice stone.
Didn't even know there was such thing. So I'm kind of torn. I like the white fur, and I like the blue eyes. This scheme of colors, it reminds me of like, have you seen like the South Pole when like the sky is all colorful and beautiful?
Not in person, but yes.
You know what I'm talking about though? I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah. The Northern Lights? Oh wait, no, you're saying South Pole.
Oh yeah, okay. Or
Yeah,
Northern Lights is a perfect example too. You know, that's what it reminds me of. This color scheme.
That's interesting.
I actually do not like this hair even more than Vulpix.
You don't like the what?
The hair on top.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty similar, other than it curls, I guess. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is worse.
Yeah, this reminds me of like a mom hairdo or something.
Like you got a perm.
Yeah, I definitely don't like it. Everything else is like the same, just they just changed the color. I mean, I definitely feel like it was a pretty lazy redesign, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said, I like the color scheme, even like the little like light blue boots, the dark hair, the eyes are like purple.
I would have preferred dark blue.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Oh wait, never mind.
Snowball.
I thought that was a snowball. Just kidding.
It is a snowball. It's a snow Pokeball.
Is there such a thing? No way.
No.
No.
Dino.
Out of stock. Oh, I was totally gonna buy that after the stream.
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
I really don't have much to say about this. I feel like everything I said about Vulpix is just as true for this Pokemon. Humongous eyes, little mouth, little nose, ears that point outwards, eyes that point outwards. It has no claws, little baby paws. You know, like these short, stubby legs. Like it can't even get away from anything if it tried.
Right. But the thing that gave Vulpix, I don't know, so much personality and character and spunk was his colors.
I agree.
And this one is just, it seems like more of a Pokemon that camouflages and hides.
Mm-hmm.
Not that stands out like Vulpix.
It's probably the only way this thing lives. Can survive to be a Ninetales.
Yeah. Well, should we go to Alolan Ninetales? I wonder if this ruins it for you, or you really like it, or...
I definitely don't like it as much. I mean, even like this, like it does not seem as fierce. You know, it looks like he has like the bottom of a wedding dress kind of behind him. Its mane isn't as cool either. Like this, it's a big blob, dude. It's just a mess. You know, like while Ninetales was very, not the original Ninetales was very defined. You know, like you can see each tail.
Right.
You know, something like this, I guess, is a little better, but I don't know. It kind of loses its agile look. I'd really be stretching if I said I like this thing. I'm not even sure what they were going for with it. Because the thing that made Ninetales really unique, was its 9 tails.
Yeah. Not its wedding dress.
Yeah. Oh, look, that's this is Pokemon Unite. Yeah.
We could call her Wedding Tails.
Yeah, wedding tails.
Bride Tails. Sounds like a movie. Are you done?
Mm-hmm.
Oh look, there's that stance you like.
Yeah. And I mean, like, it definitely makes it bigger, but it's not as intimidating.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it still looks dangerous,
Yeah.
Forward ears, forward eyes, that snout. This thing is grounded, like.
Right. I think I personally would like the Alolan Ninetales, but with the tails of the original Ninetales.
Yeah, I agree.
I do like the color. I like Alolan Ninetales color better. I like the front. You know what? I think I do like Alolan Ninetales better, but definitely the wedding dress tail kind of ruins it for me. If it had the regular Ninetales, just the way the original did, I think I would say it's much better. But as of now, just say the tails on the original is better, and then the body on the Alolan is better for me. And I really do like that pure white ice type snow, as opposed to like the original Ninetales is a fire type, and it has some kind of cream color.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a huge fan of that cream color. I like it much better white. But I guess I don't know. Maybe the original Ninetales
Man,
could have
like,
been
look at that. That
a little
is
darker.
No, I love the color scheme. Love, love, love.
You do? I'm not a fan.
I think it's meant to represent, like, light and fire,
Light and fire.
Like, just what a beautiful Pokemon. This is just one of those Pokemon just I admire the artistry behind it. I'm like, that is a beautiful creature. It's kind of like Arcanine to me. Arcanine is just beautiful. I would love an Arcanine. It looks like he'd be great, like, to cuddle with,
Well, I might disagree with you on these two. I definitely like the design on, like, the fur design on Arcanine. I'm not a huge fan of the Pokemon as a whole. But anyways, speaking of Ninetales, yeah, not as big a fan as you, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I do really like the original Vulpix a lot. I'd say, I don't know if you're ready to rate it.
Yeah.
As a whole, oh, that's cool. I like one.
Mm-hmm.
As a whole, I'd give this evolutionary line a probably just maybe 2.5. Probably just down the middle. Yeah, 2.5 is fine. 2.5 cut off tails.
Oh man, this is just insane to me. I'd give it a 4.5, with four of the points being original Ninetales itself.
You're saying that you're saying that it carries it.
Yeah, 100%. Look wise too. This Pokemon is not very good any other type of way other than aesthetics. You know.
What about what if you cut out the Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales?
I give like a 4.99.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Very close to a 5. Okay.
Yeah, no. If they just like buzzed that little like flippy things on top of Vulpix, I'd give it a perfect score.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, pork.
Are
your
you
mom wasn't there for it.
Yep.
Pork bacon. You can be a big pig too. Oi!
What do you want us to do? Dress and drag and do the
So good. Yeah, if you're hungry for a hunk of fat and juicy meat, eat my buddy Boomer here because he has a treat.
They call me Mr. Pig.
Is that supposed to be epic?
Yeah.
You can say anything in that voice. I'm the one who clogged the toilet.
It was me.
Oh my. Well, we haven't learned anything else today, guys. Just think of the damage a Diglett can do to you.
Mm-hmm. You know, where's I going with that? Oh, speaking of dressing in drag.
Oh, do we have an event?
Yeah. So Katie and I have been invited to what's called a murder mystery party. Have you heard of that?
No.
No.
But is it like Clue?
Yeah. It's like real life Clue.
Okay.
Everyone is given a character.
You're loving this, huh?
Everyone's been assigned a character. And when we show up, there is a dead body. It's gonna be, this one is like circus themed. So someone's dead, you know? And there are all kinds of characters, like the ringmaster. There's the little person. I got assigned the bearded lady. So I'm gonna have to figure out that costume at some point. But it's just like all the circus freaks, you know, and like just like regular everything you expect, you know.
Yeah.
Like a ringmaster, and we all have to like.
So you won't dress up for Halloween, but you'll dress up for a murder.
Yeah, anything for murder.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'll say this too. I don't know what's going on, but like, you know, like how I've been like finding my spirituality, you know, and kind of praying more and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember me telling you like years ago? I hadn't done this in years, but I used to watch a lot of gore videos, you know, like people dying, you know.
Okay.
And I did it because like I was just like really fascinated with like people's last moments, you know.
Yeah.
And I saw one today, dude. I'm like, this is disgusting. Like,
oh wow.
Yeah. And turn it off.
I guess that's a good sign. You might have some light in your life.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
you're gonna be like the Grinch.
It was like
Your little-
it used to have like this like morbid curiosity to see people's like last moments, you know.
Mhm.
And I used to like envision what I'd be doing if that was like happening to me.
And you just imagine yourself, no! Let go of me!
Mm-hmm.
You can do anything you want! No, I don't know. I feel like personally I very at peace with my life and with death, and if that time came, I'd just be chill about it. I think I'd try to be chill about it.
I think Joseph Smith said the same thing. Right, like a lamb to the slaughter.
And then he ran out the window.
Yeah. And then he ran out the window.
Wow. Oh man. But he was much more important than I am.
He was much more. I feel like if I was like, I'd edit that part out, you know. I would just. He died kneeling, praying.
Yeah, like I love the story of Abinadi because he was kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the wicked king was just like, hey, like you need to stop saying we're doing bad things. It's like no,
No.
God, like you have prostitutes and you're stealing from the poor and you're doing this and you're doing that, and they tried to kill him and they couldn't because God was protecting him.
Oh, kind of like a Daniel story.
Kind of, yeah. Except with a different ending, because at the end, because he's like, you can't touch me, you won't be able to touch me until I'm done saying what I need to say. But then after he was done saying what he needed to say, they burned him alive.
No.
So.
No.
But he was totally chill about it, you know. It's kind of like, okay, I'm ready to go.
You think this hurts, guys? No, I wanted this. All right. Let's be clear here. I'm not here because you want me here. I'm here because I want to be here.
Right. I mean, I think there was also a little bit of comfort because, like, one of the prophecies said that the king was gonna die the same way he was dying.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, oh, but you're gonna burn alive too, so it's cool.
Yeah. See,
It's cool.
this tickles. You know what I mean?
I don't know. That does kind of sound like a terrible death.
It feels like a million little fingers just tickling me. All right. I win, you lose.
And then the scene ends with one of those Mozart laughs.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
You know, that's like one of those like would you rather questions that like predates time. Like, would you rather be burned alive or drowned?
I guess drowned because that seems like it'd be a little faster. No?
I don't know. I mean, I can't fathom either one. But I think I'd rather be burned.
Oh, how come?
Well, like depending on how big the fire is, I'd probably just pass out from smoke inhalation and die. But drowning is literally just a panic attack until you die. Like trying to gasp for air that isn't there, and body going into fight or flight mode.
That's true. That's true, yeah. What about like one of those metal bowls that they used to put people in?
Oh yeah, the little smoker, the little yeah, the little.
That's the word. That's pretty bad too. That'd be way worse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how long can you be drowning? How long would you just not die when you're drowning? I can't imagine it being more than like. It's still like probably a minute or so, or a couple minutes. That's just terrible.
Yeah, I mean, like you would literally first of all, your lungs would fill with air, and you still wouldn't be drowning yet, because your body still has oxygen in it. It's not until your body depletes all the oxygen in your body that the brain doesn't have enough to stay conscious that you finally go unconscious and then suffocate.
It's a long process.
Yeah, I mean, it's shorter the faster you thrash, but...
Oh, there you go. Do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just go full on Magikarp and just...
Do that Magikarp. Do that Magikarp. Should be a song.
But how you feeling, man? Are you gonna game or no? A little tired.
Oh no, man, I can't.
Okay.
My back hurts. But next time.
Full show.
Next time on Dragon Ball. I mean,
well, I'm
Banana Beard Bros.
I'm off Mondays now. If you
that's true.
And then for this quarter, and then when this quarter ends, I'll be off Fridays. So you want to move the stream to Mondays for now?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I mean, let me ask my wife. But
no, you tell her, man. Man, I am the head of the household.
And she always says that she's the neck.
Yeah, just like read some like Old Testament scripture to her. Just be like,
and a woman shall lay in the bed with her husband. Do you see this? You see what it says here?
Look at it.
It says that they put that ball could not cause a fire to put the wood on the could not cause the wood to go on fire. Ball could not do it. It was a false god. What are you talking about?
Yeah, just some random passages.
The real god could do it. They put water on the wood and he still put it on fire and he killed the people. What are you asking for?
Oh man. Rough.
Well, it's too bad we're leaving you guys with such a dark note of how the best way to die, or the least best way to die.
But we also gave them advice on how to make, how to get the best quality out of that death. You know?
True. Would you rather be burned alive, or be attacked by a grizzly bear, and maybe survive?
Grizzly bear?
Really?
I feel it with like some like decent luck, you know. So you gotta think, grizzly bears can run about 30 miles per hour, so there's no way I'm outrunning it. They are also smart enough to, if they can't climb the tree, to wait at the bottom. So climbing isn't gonna work either. And waiting it out. They've also been known to tip it over. You know?
Yeah. No, I'm not even giving you that chance. I'm saying like you turn around and it's right behind you. And its cubs are right there too.
Oh man, I would totally hold a cub hostage. I am not above it.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea. Very bad idea.
Hostages,
you know what
hostages are always bad ideas. Let me tell you. There's never a good hostage. It never
ends well.
It never ends well.
There's a video of these two grizzly bears fighting. One of them is one of them's the male and is trying to eat the cubs of the mother. He grabs one of the cubs and runs off and kills it. And the mom comes after him, attacks the grizzly, beats the crap out of the male grizzly, and then eats her own cub.
Yeah. It's true.
So you don't want to do hostage cub.
That's the thing though, I wouldn't kill it yet. I would be like holding it, like if you want to bite me, you're gonna have to kill your cub. You know?
And you think the grizzly's gonna be like, let me think about this. This is
you know, I'd be like walking backwards, like don't No sudden movements.
You so much as move one paw.
Yeah. I'd be like, go ahead, cry out for your mother. Say, tell her you want to live. Like,
Oh no.
this is getting dark. This is getting... But in all honesty, even a cub could probably maul me to death. I don't think I could even take the cub out.
You're trying to pick him up, just dragging him by the foot.
Like, it'd have to willingly come with me. There's no way I could really...
That'll be hard to threaten the mom with a hostage as he's just holding you in a hugging position.
Yeah, I got some honey in the car. Trust me.
You're never seeing this cup again.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Alright guys, well, you keep remember to give your significant other those Nala eyes, those Nala Doomy eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, every night.
And dangle those bananas off your chin or someone else's. As long as they're dangling.
And remember, if you ever want to wake anybody up who's sleeping, you know what to do.
Mm-hmm. Blow something.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the moral of the story. If you want to wake someone up, unconsensually kiss them. And if that doesn't work, blow them.
I think we might have seen Snorlax's eyes actually open.
Yeah.
Man, this guy's girthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yikes.
When you're described as girthy, is there any other description for that?
No. We can add Snorlax onto the list of like hung Pokemon along with like Machoke, and
I had the funny, yeah, for sure. I had the funny experience today. My dog's name is Rocky, and I was talking to Percy. I was like, oh, maybe we should have named him Rocket. And then a vision came through my head of the Red Rocket.
Red Rocket. I know. You're like, that's the only episode of South Park.
South Park.
I was like, why? No.
I was like, no,
not that one.
No, that's a bad nickname. That's a bad name for a dog.
Red Rocket.
It's the worst name. Oh man, please no. Alright. This has been a fun episode. I'm glad I got my internet to work.
Me too.
Alright man, you're awesome.
Alrighty guys. Peace out.